Hi, I'm Matt Frampton of bbqrevolution.com. We're here at the Kansas Speedway for the American Royal. We're gonna make some Detroit-style pizza. Come on, let me show you how it's done. All right, today we're gonna show you how to make your own pizza dough. You can do this on the Green Mountain Grill in the Detroit-style deep dish, which we're gonna show, or it's very versatile, it'll work in an oven. There's flour, bread flour, semolina flour, some H2O, just kosher salt, and some instant dry yeast. It's super important to weigh things out with the digital scale, and so for this pizza dough, we want 225 grams of bread flour. We want 45 grams of semolina flour. We want 3 grams of yeast, 3 grams of salt, and then just some H2O, 175 grams. This should give us about a 60% hydration, which is the percentage of flour and water. We're just gonna kind of mix these together as best we can until it starts to come together. It's good to use a fork or a spoon or something for this. If you have a dough mixer, even better, but we're on site here at the American Royal. We're doing this OG style. Once we're close, we're gonna get in there with our hands. Right now what's happening is we are breaking down gluten. The yeast is gonna start eating the carbohydrates, which are sugars, in the flour. And when yeast eats carbohydrates in the flour, it has gas as a byproduct, and that gets trapped inside the web of gluten that we're doing right now by kneading this out like this. If it gets a little sticky, you can use a little flour. So we're gonna knead this dough for about 4 minutes, and then it'll set for a few hours. As you work this, it'll start to become really soft. If you use a dough mixer, you probably want to go 5 to 7 minutes tops on low speed. All right, just a little corn oil in this pan. It's going to help the dough release later. Take our dough, set it in the pan. It's going to want to bring back to the center. That's okay. Once we get it stretched out as best we can, we're going to let it sit for an hour, and then we'll stretch it one more time, and then we let it sit for 2 more hours. So we're going to start with these tomatoes. We're going to add a little olive oil. We're going to add some salt. We're going to add some basil. That's it. This is just a couple of teaspoons. We're not getting crazy with it. All right, now we're going to add just a little bit of basil. You can go with any herb you want here. I prefer basil. It sweetens up the sauce just a smidge. All right, we're just going to give it a little stir here to mix that salt, olive oil, and basil in there. Okay, so we made our dough earlier, and then we stretched it in the pan. It's been sitting in this pan for about 3 hours. It allows it to expand and form into the pan, which is exactly what we want. All right, there are a couple of critical things to make this a true Detroit-style pizza. Obviously, the oil that we put in the pan earlier is gonna help us get that crust around the edge. Also, this cheese, we want it all the way up against that pan. It's gonna melt down against that crust as the pizza cooks and give us a like grilled cheese kind-of-ish taste around the whole edge of this thing. All right, we're gonna go with a little bit of sauce on here. It's pretty important you don't go all the way to the edge. We don't want to ruin that Detroit-style pizza, so we're just going to kind of stretch it out here as far as we can without going all the way to the edge. We want only that cheese going down the edge. All right, we're going to load this up with some cup and char pepperonis. These things still have a casing on the edge. So as this bakes, they're going to turn into little pepperoni cups. Got a little garlic butter seasoning here, just to add us a little extra flavor on top of that pie. All right, this 8 Mile pie bakes for 25 minutes at 550 degrees, right in the middle of that GMG prime. Halfway through, we're gonna turn this thing 180 degrees just to make sure we got even cooking. But check that out, man. You can already see the little pepperoni cups. Those cup and chars are awesome. All right, after 25 minutes, we're checking this out here. What we're looking for is this caramelized edge pulling away. That's a product of the corn oil and the cheese that melted down in the pan. We're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get it out of the pan, cut it, and eat. Just get under one side. It's gonna come out. Look at that. Check out this crust. This is not burnt, this is on purpose. That is caramelization. What I've been talking about the whole time. The grilled cheese around the edge. That is gonna be the best bite of pizza you've ever had. We're gonna make this just a little more flavorful with some freshly chopped basil after slicing. So there you have it, the 8 Mile pie, a Detroit-style pizza on the Green Mountain Grill's Jim Bowie Prime. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy it.